What's up, everybody? Cam Donut here. Cruise video is coming, just letting you know that right before we start off the video. But a few certain things have happened in the world since then. A virus that cannot be named has happened. Uh, and yeah, so if you notice my hair or my unkempt facial hair, it is because I haven't been able to get out to have a haircut or anything. Um, because I can't. This video is just showcasing the 9 weeks of quarantine I've been in and something I built. Anyways, see you then. It's been Cam Donut. Goodbye! This is an SNES Classic. It is the successor to the NES Classic, which is a tiny, more portable version of Nintendo's first two consoles. It comes with a bunch of preloaded games and the option to save state for games that maybe are too hard and you need to save in certain spots that it didn't allow. This is a LEGO Mindstorms NXT. It's basically just a computer which you can program to do different functions regarding LEGOs. You can sense colors, move motors, operate switches. See, the thing about the SNES Classic is Nintendo has done something really nice, and they've given you a save state option for games like, I don't know, say Super Mario World, where saves were not as often and you actually had to be good at video games. Unfortunately, people are not good at video games, and I'm not going to claim myself to be good at any of the 90s video games which are on that device. However, I do use save states. So, games like Zelda, where I was stupid and saved on a half heart, things don't always go the best of times when I'm just, running through a thing and get, one hit. Fun 90s problems, or Ghouls and Ghosts, where everything is difficult. It's the Dark Souls of the 90s. It's the Dark Souls of the SNES, but, see, what I normally have to do is you have to go from my couch right here to a table, which is right here. And that's a long distance. You generally pull the table a bit closer since cords don't reach as far with the corded Nintendo controllers that they give you, the paddles. Yes, words. So every time I died, which is quite frequently, I'd have to hit or save state, or even when my dad is playing, he's like, "Hey, Cam, to go hit that save state." And god dang, did they want you to get some exercise if you're going to save state, because that's really far away from any reasonable place to put it. So I did a thing. So, see, I've had the urge to build something since I have a pretty creative and I would say intuitive mind. I like to make things, and I tend to make things well. I say this and then you're going to laugh at this whole design thing. But anyways, many of the things, because of the whole crazy world that we got going on right now, many of the things I would take in, like print sprints or robotics competitions, have been canceled. So I think I had the urge to build something, and that's exactly what I did. And what I did is actually quite simple. See, when I was playing Ghouls and Ghosts a while ago, I'm like, I just watched a video on the useless machine, the one where you flick a switch, the thing comes up just to turn off. It's like the machine literally works to turn itself off. Yeah, those machines. It's not even Rube Goldberg level of useless, like, it's below that. So I speculated, maybe I should make a useless machine to, since the reset button's a simple push forward and push back, right? That's simple. I'm like, yeah, a useless machine could do that. But then I never did it. So come yesterday, as I was heading to my house to do some quick yard work or whatever, pick up some things, I'm like, hey, I have some LEGO Mindstorms. And I know how to make LEGO Mindstorms from robotics competitions and whatnot. So I grabbed my vast amount of LEGO Mindstorm stuff. Granted, it's an old software. It's the NXT, or Next, if that's how they want it to be pronounced. Not the EV series. I'm used to working with the EV series, since that's what I bought this set back in like 2012. Not even, like 2010 maybe. I was like 6, so I had no idea how to code. I had no idea I was interested in code. So it just kind of sat there. I did something for second grade. I did something. It's my dad putting together something since I could not code. It was actually a pretty cool design, which I just disassembled to make this. However, I needed to learn NXT, and since NXT really isn't supported by Lego anymore, I had to get creative. So, here's what I did. This is a useless machine, practically. Like I said, we've got the brick here, which has no code on it or anything, since coding with the NXT software is kind of a pain. We've got a rotary motor, which is connected to the brick, and we've got basically an arm with a hand that just, after a few iterations, we eventually got the orange pieces to work the best, which, when you turn the rotary motor on, pushes the reset button forward. So I can sit on the couch playing games and just activate that. So our first problem was that mounting it is a pain in the butt, because if it wasn't mounted, it would just kind of push backwards, since, you needed to, like physics, basic physics. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. If that pushed forward, that would push back, unless I mounted it to something. So that's what we did. Since we are constructing on our house right now, we had insulation. We had a crack table, which we have drilled the insulation to. We have so many zip ties, which we have zip tied everywhere across this thing. The cables are there, but we have made sure this won't move backwards, and we've made sure this won't move left, right, or forward, since it's pushing. So that's our design. Let's test it in theory. So as you can see, I have my game paddle, I have my TV, and my table, which is too far away for me to get up every time. You can't see me gesturing because I'm holding this weirdly. So, TV, table, paddle, and I have one other thing. I have a phone with an NXT remote on it, which controls specifically NXTs. I'm not sure if you can hear me, since that's so frickin' loud. However, so say I'm gonna go to Ghouls and Ghosts, which I just did completely wrong, which is even better to show you. So I didn't want to do this, right? So, note that the NXT is on, you can't turn it on from the remote. I didn't want to do this, so if I want to head back to the menu, I just go, and boom, it hit the reset key. I wanted to go to this file. Oh no, I'm dead. Well, that's a shame. I guess I can just, it's amazing, honestly. It's the most practical thing I've ever built. And it works so simply. Like, I'm gonna bring this a bit closer so you can see what happens in detail. So the NXT is on, like I said. So say I don't want to go to, I want to screwed up Ghouls and Ghosts, right? Oh well, that's a shame. See, normally I'd have to push this button forward for it to reset. But that's too far away as a walk. So what I've done is I've made a remote control that whenever time I push forward, the motor activates, pushing that button. So, yeah. That's my machine. Get outplayed, Nintendo, just saying. Yes. Anyways. Creating things. It's amazing. Robots are so cool.